Welcome to another Cuke audio mini podcast. Today will be vignette number 8 from Zen Is Right Here. One night after a Dharma talk, I asked Suzuki Roshi a question about life and death. The answer he gave made my fear of death for that moment pop like a bubble. He looked at me and said, "You will always exist in the universe in some form." That was Frank Anderton at Tassajara in 1967. Wow. So, if we will always exist in the future in some form, as he said, what is it that continues from now to then? I was at a Vipassana retreat up north here in Bali in Singaraja, Brahma Vihara Rama, and the guru, we say guru for any teacher here, the guru or the Bhante, was a Burmese teacher he was Burmese, but I think he was living in Kuala Lumpur, I believe. He was in Malaysia somewhere anyway, his center. And he asked us, well, if there's no self and no soul, etc., what is it that continues when you die? And nobody raised their hand, so I did. I said, karma. And he said, that's right. It's not only when we die that karma is all that continues. My understanding of Buddhism and of life and of existence is that right now, all that is continuing is karma. He said, you will always exist. By that, does he mean that we're not destined to become Buddhists? Because, if you read the whole literature, Buddha said that all beings are destined to become Buddhists. And the classical interpretation of nirvana is blowing out the flame and, karmic life ceases and all that. But Suzuki didn't talk about that so much. I mean, we don't really know. And it doesn't matter. That's all just speculation. All we can do is practice, and whatever the big picture is, we'll never comprehend it anyway. But he always talked about practicing forever, and there's a Mahayana sutra. I remember reading in it. I don't know which one. That Buddha comes back, like Jesus, except he hadn't been crucified. And somebody says, hey, I thought you attained nirvana, parinirvana, and, left the world of samsara. And he said, he said, that was just an expedient teaching or something like that. Anyway, I never could. There's a lot of Buddhists that don't believe in life after death. A lot of Western Buddhists. One very prominent one I know, Richard Baker, or at least didn't used to. I know Mike Murphy, like his closest friend, who owns Esalen Institute. Mike's really big into life after death and has had, week-long conferences on it and stuff, and he's about got Richard convinced. And I told Richard, I said, Zen Tatsu, Richard Baker Roshi, I told him, I said, I can't conceive of not believing in life after death or I can't conceive of seeing any end to, or any limit to whatever this is. I said, but, I was raised on that, and my mother believed in reincarnation. And he said, oh, that's the best reason to believe in it. And I believe his parents were atheists. So good luck to you, to all of us, in whatever form we find ourselves in. May we have a grand awakening.